Hi everyone, and welcome to CreativeChelsey. Today I'd like to share with you a fun card that I've made using the stamp set from the November 2019 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So this is a really beautiful card, and I've used some new colors. I'm using Cherry Cobbler and Mossy Meadow. And I've just used the stamp set to create this card, and then some things from my craft room. So this is the card that I am sending to all of my Paper Pumpkin customers who subscribed for November, and they will be receiving enough supplies to create this card 2 times. So we're going to go ahead and start by creating the background, and what I'm doing is I'm going to stamp the holly berries and the leaves with Mossy Meadow, and we're just going to randomly stamp it on a piece of Verry vanilla cardstock. All right, so we've got our holly, and the next thing we're going to do, we're going to punch out some cherry cobbler circles with some scrap paper, and you're just going to look through your craft room and see if you can find some stamps that have some different sizes of circles. For my original card, I used these 2 medium-sized from the Owl Builder Punch, which I'm pretty sure is retired now. And for this card, I wanted to try something a little smaller, so I found this cupcake builder punch that has a little smaller size circle. So we're going to try that one for this card. And you're just needing to punch however many hollies you made. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is what I had on my last card as well. So I think you're probably going to get about 11 or so on this piece of cardstock. So just punch and try to keep them contained, right? So we don't lose all those cute little dots all over our paper or our work surface. And I have not been counting. I think this is 6, so about halfway there. So I've got 12 times 3, so that's what, 36 little circles floating around. So the way that I found that's easiest for me is just to start with the closest circle to the leaves. So I'm just going to place a dot of glue near that, on top of that little circle. I'm going to use my pickup tool, and I'm going to pick up a circle and then put it down. And sometimes my friend, she says that she takes this apart and then uses this pointing tool to hold it down. So I'm going to give that a try too. So you're just going to pick up and then lay down. Okay, so I've got one little circle at each grouping, and so now I'm just going to start by putting another little dot of glue pretty much on the edges of these other circles. I'm just going to start my way from one side to the other so I don't accidentally get glue on myself. So this size of circle is pretty good. It matches the stamped image pretty well. And so if you by chance have that punch, that's a really good one. If not, you can really use any size. It's just the effect of the color that we're looking for this background, because it is a background and it does kind of hide behind the piece of vellum. So just some glue again in each circle. Don't miss out on the fun. Make sure you're subscribed to Paper Pumpkin. Click on the link below by the 10th of the month to get next month's kit. So you can see that just by adding these little red berries really brings this image up another level. And it's really a great contrast for our design of our card. Okay, so those things can get thrown in the trash, and we can start to put our card together. We've got a card base of cherry cobbler, and just going to add that. Oh, I just noticed. So I did have some hanging over. So just grab a pair of paper snips and just trim that off. Okay, so this goes on at an angle to your card front. And then you're going to add a piece of vellum at an angle. And so vellum is tricky. So we're just going to add a glue dot to each corner. If you add too much, you can see the glue or the snail, and so you just want to add just a little bit. And then if we can as well add, so it's going to go like that, and we can also add some glue right here where it's going to hide behind the greeting. So let's do that. So that was on this side, just to kind of make sure that it doesn't come off. So go ahead and lay that down at an angle. So we've got a strip of Mossy Meadow cardstock, and this is 3/4 by 3.5. And that just gets added to the bottom right. And then on our strip, we've got a Verry vanilla strip that is a little smaller than an inch. It's about 1/8 of an inch smaller, and it is 2 3/4 inches wide. And we're going to stamp both images, and we're going to do Peace in Mossy Meadow and Love and Joy in the Cherry Cobbler. So let's start with the Love and Joy. And if you haven't already heard my tip, I'm going to share it really quick. If you're having a hard time with your inking your stamps, stamp them first in Versamark. And what that does is it just holds your ink onto your stamp better. And so you get a nice, good coverage. And a stamp like this, Love and Joy, really needs it. So center it all the way down to the bottom. Okay. And then you're going to do Peace in Mossy Meadow. And you're going to bring that right down on top and center it. There we go. So on the back, we're going to add some linen thread, and I've just wrapped this around my hand. You're just going to add some snail. Try that again. Okay, and then this just gets added with some dimensionals. And that just gets centered over the Mossy Meadow strip with a little bit of it peeking out at the bottom. Okay, if you too would like to receive the supplies to make this card, make sure you sign up with me for your next paper pumpkin kit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Visit CreativeChelsey.com for more information about paper pumpkin and to start getting your monthly kit. Have a creative day. Bye.